Hey guys, just want to share with you a little recipe for a smoothie so I can give you an idea of how to get optimal nutrition into a meal. So it's really important that we're getting some raw leafy greens. This can be really difficult to get into people, especially kids who don't like the flavors of them and certainly not the look because it's green. It's like an alien substance. So what I've done is I've just broken this down into some little portion sizes so you can see. I'm doing one smoothie here. Ideally 1 full cup of greens. Now this is a loosely packed cup. I would go for a fully stocked cup if this is for you or an adult. If it's for a kid, you can probably get away with a loosely stacked cup. And then I've got some raw nuts. It's important that they're raw because if they're roasted nuts, then the oils will go rancid, and that's actually really bad for our bodies. So you want raw nuts, and then I've got some cashews and some almonds here. These are really good fats for our system, and our bodies love good fats. Then we've got some coconut. Coconut's got lots of wondrous things that it does for us, and some some dried cranberries. So again, these cranberries are not cooked; they're dried. And moving on, I have got here some amla powder. Amla is an Indian gooseberry. You can find it in powder form, but the problem is it's really, really potent in taste, and it's strong and it's bitter, and people really don't usually like that. So I always turn to my fave, the Zuri Amalaki. They took years formulating this, so it actually... Whoops, Ricky heard that. So anyway, this tastes really good. So if you don't want to add this to your smoothies, because it does actually take over and taste really bitter, I've also got wheatgrass powder. Again, the kids will taste this. He's not going to be quiet until I actually give him some amalaki, so I'm going to have to give him some amalaki anyway. So wheatgrass is another good thing to add, but again, difficult to get into the kids. So what I have here is my magic go-to. It's Achieve. And if Ricky's not eating all of his greens, which he's at that age, 3 years of age now, where he's starting to copy other kids and he's starting to be a bit more difficult to get the greens into, this has absolute full nutrition in terms of what our bodies need. If we take a look at the contents here, if it's going to focus, it's got your protein isolate blend. This is what our bodies need. It's got 4 key proteins in there. 1 is not enough. When you eat red meat, there's you get the full coverage of the proteins that our body needs. It draws on different proteins to do different things, and it's got this amino acid complex. It's got so many different things in there that you would get from vegetables like wheatgrass and watercress, and your different legumes and beans and lots of different things again that kids don't eat. So this is a really easy way of getting all these things into them, and we've got all our basic vitamin groups there, everything we need, including the omega 3 and 6 with the ideal 3 to 6 ratio, and then a whole heap of other ingredients in here like fiber. This is all plant derived. Everything in here is derived from healthy ingredients and of the purest form, so that you're actually getting everything that your body needs in one easy go-to. This is the French vanilla, but our kids tend to go for the chocolate. So I'm going to put 2 scoops of the chocolate into my blender. This is so easy. And yes, Baba. Yes, it's coming. So this is excuse a different packaging. This is what we get from Singapore. It's different packaging to what we get in New Zealand and Australia. Exactly the same stuff. So I've got my chocolate Achieve in there. Chuck the greens in. What kid would ever have that if they knew? Put in the coconut and the cranberries. Cranberries are really high in antioxidants as well. You've actually, in the Achieve, you also have amalaki, so that's why I'm not adding it to the smoothie, because it's already in there. And then you've got your raw nuts for your good fats. So all of this together, you're actually giving yourself an extra boost of these really good, your leafy greens, which are your amino acids. They're really important for pretty much every function that your body does. It's like the building blocks that pulls everything together, and without it, functions that our bodies need on a daily basis don't work. So it's super important to get those greens in, and if you can't do it by vegetables, this is a great way to do it. Ricky lives by it. In fact, I use Achieve in his bottles. He still has a bottle because he's actually having a smoothie in a bottle. So chuck that all in there. The normal amount of water would be about 250 to 300 mils, but I've got quite a lot of raw ingredients in there, so I'm going to double it up. Excuse me, walk into the water filter. I don't like tap water because a lot of tap water is actually acidic, so I have water in a filter. Mommy! Pop that up.
I need you, darling, come on, set the tone. If you feel me falling, won't you let me know? Oh, oh.
So, just to show you how it comes out, you can't see any of the greens in there. It just looks like a chocolate shake. It's super easy to do. And the best thing is, they love it. It makes life super easy when it comes to making sure they're getting all the nutrition that they need. And if you see my little man, who's actually running around naked right now, so I won't put him on camera. He's as bushy as anything, muscly as, loves his chocolate shakes, loves his vanilla shakes. And yeah, he's pretty much Superman in a 3-year-old body. So check it out. Achieve, ask me how. Have a great day.